Welcome to Pisces Tarot, and I am your host, Mimi the Lightseer. Your business is my business. Today, we will dive into your business with a timeless relationship reading, which means it could be platonic, professional, or romantic. In this session, we will explore the overall energy of your reading, obtain cosmic insights to identify the topics, spill the tea on the energies involved, uncover the positives and the negatives while revealing the lessons that you need to learn, and suggest actions for healings and the best possible outcomes. Remember, this is a general reading, and you have found it when this message is needed. Please take what resonates and leave the rest. Remember, I am LGBTQ plus friendly, using pronouns for storytelling purposes. Lastly, please like, rate, subscribe, and comment. Let me know how this message is connecting with you. And without further ado, let's get into your business.
Hey, welcome on in, beautiful souls. Welcome to Pisces Tarot. I am your girl, Mimi Lightseer, and over here, your business is my business. So, baby, we about to get into it. Now, listen, before we start spilling the tea and pulling the cards, I have a quick exciting announcement to make. We got new merch at the Pisces Tarot shop. So you can go ahead and click the links below to get yours today. Also, one-on-one personal readings are now available again. So availability is very much so limited. So if Spirit has been nudging you, go ahead. This is your cue. Bookings are at PiscesTarot.com. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Go ahead and hit that bell so you will never miss a live reading, a love download, or a spiritual tea party. All right? Now let's get into it. Good afternoon to all of my guppies, or actually it's good evening. Good evening to all of my guppies who are swimming in the beautiful day. Good evening to my night owls that are getting ready to go to work. Hey, everybody. Big old love to my global cousins tuning in from every corner of the map. Big blessings to y'all. Hey. Good morning, Lord. Y'all can tell. Good afternoon, good evening. Good morning, wherever you are and whenever you're watching this. If you are new to the Pisces pod, go ahead and drop a star in the chat so we can go ahead and welcome in you to the proper way of the Pisces pod. And if you are a returning cousin, hey friend, you know the vibes. Go ahead and put that fish in the chat. Go ahead and claim your seat in our soul circle because we about to get into it. Let's give a warm welcome to everybody and celebrate the return of our spiritual family that are coming back to the beach today. Now, for those of you who may be new and not know how this is moving, this is how we're flowing, okay? We're going to get started with an overall energy cleanse, which is breath work and sound bowl grounding. Then we'll hop on over to the divine insights, which is spirits, whispers, and mystical messages. And we'll hop on over then to the overall energy reading, get the emotional undercurrent. Then we'll jump right into the tarot card reading. We'll do the first pass to confirm what I've been picking up on and what I'm seeing for you guys. Then we'll go ahead and clarify, pull some extra cards to texturize the story for you. And then last but not least, we will go ahead and look at the spiritual note that God has given us with on the end, okay? So I am being told today that you may be having some audio issues over here on YouTube. Let me see if this is working better for you, but if not, we'll have to go ahead and course correct this at the end, okay? And last but not least, thank you, Jennifer, for that. And last but not least, okay, we'll go ahead and wrap up with some closing thoughts, all right? So if y'all ready to jump into this, I want you to go ahead and put that psychic globe in the air. Put the psychic globe, the little mystical ball, all of those things like that. Because, baby, when I tell you Spirit has been talking and we got to get into this Mercury Retrograde occurring at the same time as the Lion's Gate Portal, which is coming up on 8/8 with the new moon on 8/9, okay? So we got a lot of energy to talk about today, all right? A lot of us is cleaning house. We talked about it yesterday, but a lot of us about to get into it. All right, so if you're ready to get into the get in, go ahead and drop those psychic balls, and here we go. All right, let's align before we take that deep dive. All right, we're going to take 3 deep breaths. All right, the first one, we're going to inhale peace and release any pressure. All right, here we go. Very good. Again, we're going to inhale clarity and exhale confusion. Here we go. All right. And lastly, we're going to inhale alignment and exhale what is not yours. All right. Let's get to it. Oh, it always does something for me. Okay. That is it. Whoo-wee. All right. Let's clear up and remain in stagnant energy with our help of our girl Boo Boo. Divine Spirit, we call you in. Wrap us in this space with your clarity, compassion, and clean intention. Let what needs to be said rise up and flow freely for the harm of none and for all of those who are involved, for the benefit of them. Amen. I say and thank you, thank you, thank you. Here we go. All right now, y'all. Listen, this is a safe space. It's safe and sacred, okay? But it also can get a little spicy and a little raunchy, a little ratchet, but we do what we do, okay? So if this message comes at you and comes for your edges, just know that you are not alone. If you're ready to see what Spirit has to say and start cooking, go ahead and drop those cooking emojis in the chat. Put those cooking emojis in the chat because, baby, I'm telling you, I gave y'all a hint about what we're about to get into. So go ahead and drop those cooking emojis in the chat because here we go. Now, before each session, I always tap in quietly with Spirit, and sometimes it's through a dream, a vision, or even a song that I cannot even stop hearing, okay? But today, Spirit came through with the thickness, okay? When I tell you Spirit came through with the thickness, y'all gonna get sick of me, but listen, I'm gonna have to tell you. Yesterday was my first time doing a reading in a couple of weeks, possibly a month, okay? And I kind of like felt some type of way because when I jumped into the reading yesterday, it kind of seemed kind of messy, but whatever. It was somebody's business, okay? We ain't judging. And so I asked the question yesterday, to let me know when the new moon was. Now, for those of you who don't know, we're coming up on the Gate Portal. That is 8/8. We are currently in Mercury Retrograde. So if your life has been chaotic since about July 17th, you got until August the 11th for Mercury to go direct. So not only do you have the power of this Gate portal opening, which is good for manifesting and abundance and calling in clarity and having positivity come your way. But we also got Mercury in retrograde that is forcing you to deal with things from the past, button it up once and for all. And on top of that, y'all, guess what? We have a new moon on the 9th, okay? So when I was looking at what all of this means energetically, Spirit was doubling down. Thank you, Temptress, for my gift. Spirit was doubling down on the message and things being clear about clearing out your house. The people who don't belong in your life, get them out. I woke up at 5 o'clock this morning. I went through my phone book and deleted a whole lot of names and numbers because I don't need you clogging up my unlimited space on my phone with your information. I ain't calling you and you ain't calling me, okay? But it's not even that cut and dry for a lot of people. For some of you, you have emotional ties, very traumatic bonds and wounds with people that you are being forced to address. Okay, you are being forced to address. And that is the longer half of what Spirit is saying. And that's going to be coming up in today's reading as well. But then let me tell you what also came to mind. As I was sitting there in the wee hours of the morning thinking about whatever I was thinking about, guess what song I started hearing playing in my head? It was the 2007 song Just Fine by Mary J. Blige. And what I heard her saying was, so I like what I see when I'm looking at me when I'm walking past the mirror. Don't stress through the night. At a time of my life, I ain't worried about if you feel it. I got my head on straight. I got my vibe right. I ain't gonna let you kill it. You see, I wouldn't change my life. My life is just fine. Okay? So what that tells me is that spirit is working on us from the inside out. All of this pressure, all of this chaos, all of this confusion, all of this delusion, all of the lies and the deceit, it is coming to a boiling point surface right now, okay? And I'm telling you right now, a lot of deceit is being exposed, okay? Now, hear what I'm saying, and hear what I'm saying very clearly. Take what resonates with you, okay? And don't be afraid to pause if something hits you deep, because it's a reason why you found me and it's a reason why you found it, all right? So if y'all ready to get into it and you feel like this grease is about to come in hot this afternoon, I want you to go ahead and drop in the chat those fire emojis, fire emojis, fire emojis. Because I'm telling you right now, where my little lady at? I'm telling you right now, okay? And I hate to say it that way because I want to talk about love readings. We are talking about love readings, but I want to talk about people being in love. And I want to talk about all the good stuff that comes with love. You know, like I want to believe in a fantasy and I want to share. I want to share one with you too. But sometimes it don't come across like that. And I'm telling you right now.
And I'm telling you right now, that motherfucker back there is not real.
All right. So if y'all ready to get into it, I want to see those fire emojis, fire emojis, fire emojis, because baby, here we go. All right, y'all. So let's feel what's really underneath the energy, right? Let's look at what's beneath the surface and look at the overall energy, all right? So today, how y'all feeling today? Y'all feeling good today? Y'all feeling a little bit? Tell me, write down in chat. Tell me how your day been going. You feeling good? People getting on your nerves? I went to Costco today, y'all. I promise you, they will these folks will make you say and do some things that you would never thought you would say and do because people just be feeling entitled. But let me know how y'all doing. All right, y'all. So let's stay focused. The overall energy for today is, Will said he's pretty tired. All right. Here we go. The overall energy reading for today is roots of abundance, okay? Roots of abundance. Now, when we first started doing this reading today, we spoke about this is the month of what? Abundance, right? Manifesting, calling things into existence. We are in Leo season, the lion, okay? When we think about the lion in tarot, we talk about control, we talk about strength, and lastly, we also talk about courage, okay? So this is going to cause you to do some things that you wouldn't have normally done. And what's interesting is that this is the second card in this deck, okay? So this is dealing with you and somebody else. When we look at the numerology here, this deals with roots of abundance, okay? Between you and another person, all right? What is the truth that you need to hear right now for your journey? And I promise y'all got to be patient with me because my cane corso is looking out the window and sees somebody, and now she's growling, which means she's going to start barking. So if she barks, just give me a minute, y'all, all right? This is why we do this in the wee hours of the morning. All right. So the truth that you need to hear right now for your journey is I'm glad y'all having some good days. Health. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. Now, what's interesting is health came up yesterday as well. Okay. In yesterday's reading for Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, we were talking about health and anxiety. Okay. So what's interesting is with both of these cards already, do y'all see the trend of what's going on between both of these cards? Write it down in the chat. What do you notice about both of these cards already? All right. Now, guides of the hidden realms, what messages do you have for us today? I'm going to see if y'all catch on to it. What do you notice so far about the cards that we've pulled? All the blessings everywhere, gifts from the universe, synchronicities, okay? Now, adding this card to that, do y'all notice anything about these cards so far of what we pulled? Raise your hand in the chat. Just put your hand up in the chat. If you don't know, just say, I don't know, Mimi. I ain't paying attention. Just say that. Just say that. If you ain't paying attention, just say that. All right. Now, what I've noticed so far about all three of these cards is the color green and the color blue. And these cards are here as well. Okay? The color green, the color blue, the color green, the color blue. Okay? What is that about? Throat chakra and heart chakra. Truth coming out. People open up their heart. People expressing their thoughts, their feelings, their emotions. People are starting to come forth and say and do what they've been needing to say and do, which means it could be you saying, you know what, at this point in time, this is no longer it for me. It may be something as simple as that. It may also be coming across as the point in time that you need to take that step. If you've been chicken about being serious with somebody, it could be that as well. Now, I wouldn't encourage you starting a relationship during Mercury retrograde, because what starts in the retrograde ends very quickly. You know, what starts out hot burns out cold. Burns out. What starts out hot burns out fast. Why can't I speak? Speaking about that throat chakra, okay? The people that are needed to have this conversation may not have the right words to say. They may be having difficulty speaking with clarity, okay? And not know what to say, and that's why they're not coming forward, okay? But this is about communication, and this is about matters of the heart, okay? This is also dealing with your solar plexus as well, okay? So these are things that you have been thinking about for quite some time. So somebody's doing a lot of thinking. Like Temper said in the chat, this is about a lot of growth and reflection, all right? Now, let's see what messages do Spirit have to say to us specifically. Divinity, I know my true identity. Y'all, I can't make this up. Didn't I just talk about these chakras? Raise your hand in the chat if you heard me talking about the chakras. Listen, y'all. May I always remember my true identity, unlimited light and love. Let me know myself as pure consciousness. Wake me from the sleepwalk of believing I am only human. Look at this. They go to color blue, yellow, and green again. Ooh, if the mic is on, I need you to drop the mic in the chat. If the mic is on and you're getting scared, I want you to go ahead and put the mic in the chat. All right? This is about you knowing that because you're deeply rooted and connected to divinity, infinite source, that your abundance is all around you. It's not tied to man, meaning another person. Your abundance is innate because you're connected with spirit. You're connected with God, okay? And that's why all the blessings are everywhere and the roots of abundance are here, okay? Y'all not playing with me today. What are some signs that this message may be for you specifically? What are some signs that this message may be for you? Spirit says just because you planted seeds on unfertile ground in that season doesn't mean that there's something wrong with your seeds. It was something wrong with the ground. You was asking for the right things from the wrong person. Hello. Who's in the chat getting nervous right now? Okay? Somebody in the chat right now is getting nervous because you know I'm talking to you. You could just go ahead and wink at me. We ain't going to judge you. Listen, this auntie house. We ain't going to judge you. Ain't nobody judging. We all been a fool in love. And baby, today just may be your turn. But yesterday was mine. Day before yesterday was mine. You know what I'm saying? All right. We got the globe here. We're talking about possibilities. Okay. So the person that we're talking about could be an earth sign. All right. We also got the skull here for endings. Okay. Which is what I've been talking about. Here go that greenery again. So we're definitely talking about somebody who has earth placements. And when we talk about earth placements, we're talking about sun, moon, Venus, and rising. So they may not necessarily be a earth sun sign, but their Venus could be an earth sign. Okay. Also, earlier in this reading, we was talking about the significance of the Lion's Gate portal. Guess what I see on this card right here? Friday the 11th, okay? What day is the 11th this year? August 11th. But the number 11 is significant. And remember, I told y'all it goes back to the number 2, okay? Last but not least, we also got the sustenance that came out. This is about your resiliency. Okay, still dealing with earth energy. So I definitely would not be surprised if the person that we're talking about in this reading, either you or somebody else, is an earth sign. But these 3 cards that fell out today are referencing earth energy. Okay, so, and also to take it a step further, if we go back to the very first card we touched, the roots of abundance, earth energy. Okay, if you or your person is an earth sign, just go ahead and drop the little earth sign in the chat. I need y'all to be talking to me because I'm going to get up off this thing because I feel like I'm talking to myself if y'all sit up here and be quiet today on this good Sunday. Hello. All right. Now, how is it showing up for the individuals that we're talking about today, Spirit? How is it showing up for them today? How is this energy showing up for them today? Create. Okay, you may have been trying to be creative lately. You may have been trying to focus and burn out this energy in other places and do other things, and you may not have even been able to do so. Here goes these colors again. You still see these colors are blue and yellow? It's been blocking your creativity. A lot of earth signs, more specifically Taurus, but a lot of earth signs are very creative. So the person that you may have be talking about, if we're talking about an individual who is an earth sign, they may be very, very creative. They may write music and may have been on a writer's block, right? Where they're not able to do what they need to do. Okay. Now, we about to jump into these overall readings and get some information about the people that we're talking about in this, okay? So, again, always remember, I do my readings for Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising, all right? If I don't call out your element, that don't mean you can't stay. I like the cross watchers too. I told you, everybody been a fool in love, and today just may be your turn, all right? So, what is our first clue of who we are talking about? We look at person A and person B's energy. Let it go. Make room for the new beginning that is on its way to you now. Are y'all seeing the theme? Are you seeing the theme? Are you hearing the messages that Spirit is putting out today? If you're hearing what Spirit is saying, I want you just to put the little ear in the chat. It's time for you to make room for the new. Okay, it's time for you to make room for the new. All right. Now, what is the tea? What is going on with this situation? Lord, have mercy on me. I was blind, now I can see. What a king's supposed to be. Whoop! Oh, my lamb. Somebody been realizing they've been dealing with somebody that was a fake, phony, and a fraud.
The lie detector test determined
that was a lie.
All right. Karmic friends. Can't fully trust them. Tension, secret competition. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. There could be a third-party person involved in this, somebody that you've trusted. Not necessarily saying that your particular individual is creeping with a friend that you know, but it's somebody in this dynamic that is not to be trusted. Okay, so we have someone here that is a karmic friend. All right, let's continue. What is the news? What's going on? It's definitely somebody in somebody's ear, okay? And perhaps the person that is talking is really doing you a favor to get you out the way. They're trying to move you out the way for their selfish gain, only to be doing you a favor. It's a blessing in disguise. Swept up, head over heels, falling in love, intense emotions. Okay, here goes that fire sign. All right, so somebody was definitely all caught up here. Okay, all caught up. Didn't I just say Lord, have mercy on me. I was blind, now I can see what a king's supposed to be. Didn't I just say that? Somebody was head over heels with what they thought was going to be somebody special. They thought this person was going to be the one. When we look into the broken mirror, what do we see? Y'all know a lot of people be selling wolf tickets. A lot of people be selling wolf tickets. Reconciliation, harmony, resolving issues, getting back together. Woo! Don't let me find out this third party we talking about somebody is getting back with is that karmic person that you thought you could trust. Ooh. What lies beneath all of this? That flew out. Bank failure. Somebody had financial issues yesterday. Okay? But y'all see, this is earth energy in the background, right? Y'all see this? Okay, so somebody got some bank issues going on. They don't have no money. I don't like calling people broke because I think that's very, like, offensive. But they're having money issues. What's the true emotion? Ooh, these cards falling out. Good grief. All right. What's the true emotion here, Spirit? Self-love. Y'all see her looking in the mirror? What did I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all Mary J. Blige said? Let me go back to the words. So I like what I see when I'm looking at me when I'm walking past the mirror. No stress through the night at a time in my life. I ain't worried about if you feel it. Self-love. Oh boy. What is the overall energy here? Thank you for my gift, Noah Fit Mommy, as well as Miss Low Baby. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Memphis says, you reap what you sow. Okay. Show coming back. You plant those seeds. They will come. Love. Love is everywhere. Open up your heart to feel it. Didn't I tell you guys that this is about love being everywhere, love being all around you? You are abundant. Your abundance is not attached to a person. Your abundance is with you. When they leave, your glow goes with you. Okay? They don't put out your light. Thank you, Memphis, for my gifts. They don't put out your light. More importantly, did y'all notice that these birds are blue? What else, Spirit? What other messages do you have for us? Okay, push, pull, love spread. All right. So it's saying that this is a push, pull relationship. Most importantly, what's important to note is somebody else is getting readings on this relationship. Okay. Focus. You're being asked to shift your focus away from what isn't working and toward what is. Pay extra attention to where you place your focus is the first step towards creating a light, amazing life. So basically, what I'm telling you is somebody's been getting distracted with all of the glitz and all of the glamours. And what I'm telling you is this is a push-pull dynamic. It's never going to change. Somebody is finally waking up that they need to focus. Okay? They need to focus. All right? That's what's going on. What's blocking this situation, Spirit, from moving forward? Somebody don't want to make this decision. Okay? You don't want to make this decision. Too many cards, Spirit. What am I supposed to do with all these cards? All right. Lust, not love. There it is. Passion isn't just the same as lasting love. Don't get sucked into it by good sex. Okay? Thank you, Dave, for my gift. All right? This is love. This is lust, not love. Remember we talked about before somebody getting caught up head over heels? You thinking you in love. It ain't what you think it is. Last but not least. Is this love or not, Spirit? Is this love or not? Oh, child. This card came out yesterday. You really know how to make me laugh? Okay? So somebody is very unserious in this. And the reason why I'm saying it's unserious because when we talk about this deck, when you talk about yellow roses, guess what that represents? Friendship. They don't see you as a romantic partner. They see you as a friend. They think you funny. They laughing at you, not with you. Oh, child, whose business are we about to get into? Y'all go ahead and start dropping them zodiac signs in the chat. Go ahead and drop them zodiac signs. Let's find out whose business we about to get into. Person A, I feel like was all caught up in this in the very beginning. You were swept up. You were head over heels. You fell in love quickly. You had intense emotions, but it was not love. It was lust. Okay? It was lust. And what Spirit is telling you is it's time for you to let it go. Okay? Focus on your self-love. All right? Yep. Focus. Focus. Okay? Person B in all of this. I feel like they got somebody in their social circle that you can't trust. They may have called this person like, that's my god brother or my god sister or something like that. That's my best friend. But really they're hoping for reconciliation with this other person. Okay? I feel like with this laughter card, because their heart is not necessarily really invested in you, person A, I do feel like they're like laughing at you and taking your emotions and your feelings and your thoughts as a joke. Okay. So you may be saying something really, really significant, really trying to get your heart out there. And this person is just like laughing. Like it's funny. It's not funny. Nothing about what I said was funny. When did I miss the joke? I also feel like this person has in their mind, okay, they're fixated. I'm telling you, they're fixated on this third party. And because they're not with this other person that they're still keeping around in their social circle, that's why they're cutting themselves off from feeling and experience true love because they only think it can come in this package that looks like this other person. They're not really open. And I feel like they have money problems going on too. All right. I'm so sick of talking about people with their money problems. But anyway, that's life. All right, y'all. So if y'all ready to get into this, go ahead and drop them zodiac signs, zodiac signs, zodiac signs. Because it's time for us to figure out whose business are we about to get into. All right. Here we go. right, y'all. So whose business are we about to get into on this fine Sunday? All right. Person A. Person A. God diggity dog it. All right, person A. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Where are all my fire signs? Go ahead and drop your fire signs in the emoji in the chat if you are an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You are coming in as the Two of Wands. You are planning, progressive, making decisions, discovery, leaving home, and having some type of traveling plans. Is that not encapsulating what we've been talking about so far for person A? All right. Person B. Let's see. Who is person B? Let's see. Person B is coming in as another fire sign. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. They're coming in with judgment, upright, major life arcana. All right. Judgment, rebirth, inner calling, new phase, absolution, reckoning, awakening, redemption, forgiveness, and mercy. Okay. So funny that we're talking about that. Let's zoom into that, because when we talk about reckoning, awakening, redemption, forgiveness, and mercy, doesn't that go into this reconciliation here? All right. Y'all. The question is, what's going on with your business? All right. If y'all ready to get into this reading, I want you to put those magnifying glasses, magnifying glasses, magnifying glasses. Baby, we zoom in, we listen, we don't judge, we get messy, but we going to come on up out of this thing. All right. So if y'all ready to get into it, here we go. All right, y'all. So, what is going on with my fire signs today? That third party got to be an earth sign. That third party got to be an earth sign. Somebody got a lot of earth energy in this chart. Ooh, that can't find out. Damn, we coming in hot. All right, person A. Let me ask y'all the question. If you identify with person A or person B, I want you to go ahead and write A or B in the chat right now. All right. Now, as we get into these cards, this is where we confirm what Spirit whispered earlier. Okay. So if you feeling like person A or person B, I want you to go ahead and write an A or B in the chat. All right. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, person A is coming in hot. Person A is pissed off, coming in as the Queen of Swords. Okay. Person A is not happy at all. Okay. Person A has been sitting back, evaluating, like I said, reflecting, thinking about things, getting into alignment, reflecting over all the things. As I said in the beginning of this reading, all of this energy that's going on right now in Leo season. You're dealing with a Mercury retrograde, the Lion Gate portal, and a new moon. This is about to hit the fan. This is about to get very, very, very explosive, if not already. This has gotten to the point to where person A has pulled back their energy. They haven't said a whole lot. They have just been observing. They've been waiting patiently. But they are sick and tired of being sick and tired. Like, at this point, they are ready for the bomb to drop. Do you hear me? Thank you, Miss D, for my gift. They're waiting for the bomb to drop. Please forgive me with this. Oh, dang. That's what I get. All right. So, person A is not happy, okay? They're not happy. They have been waiting all this time for person B to make some adjustments. There have been a lot of conversations had. There have been a lot of why does this feel like this is piggybacking off of the reading from yesterday? However, person A has had a lot of conversations with person B. They've waited patiently. They've sat back. They have reflected. They have assessed. Hey, Tracy. They have taken the time to do what they need to do for them. But they didn't easily and so willingly give up on this connection. They thought that. Really? Go outside. Get it here. Come on. They thought that. Give it here. Oh, you want to do the reading too? You said what? All right. Sorry, guys. Yes, it is. So, person A has definitely tried to give person B the benefit of doubt, okay? And as they have waited, they started to ask themselves the critical questions here. And some of these critical questions have been like, do I really love myself? If I continue to put myself in this situation, how am I teaching or showing this person how to love me? Okay. If I'm allowing them to get away with doing the same old over and over again, right? How am I showing this person that it's okay to treat me? All right. You can't possibly be teaching a person how to treat you in a healthy way if you're accepting and tolerating the mistreatment and other BS games and things that they're doing, right? So from that perspective, the Queen of Swords energy coming out with that foundational energy of this Two of Wands, you're sitting back and you just watching. You're sitting back and you're just waiting. You're sitting back and you're trying to be patient. Okay? Give it here. Y'all forgive me. So, the long of it is that person A is feeling very, very, very irritated. Okay? I feel like they're trying to keep their composure. I feel like they're trying not to snap. Have y'all like me right now, right? Case in point. I'm trying to be cool, calm, and collected. I'm trying not to get irritated. But I want to just say, will you please just take this freaking ball outside? But I can't, right? Because she's going to look at me like, but why, mommy? All right? So, person B in all this. What is going on with person B, Spirit? The Three of Pentacles. Okay? Now, remember we talked about this person having some financial issues. This person may have a job in construction. Or they have been telling you that they're working towards building something. They may have told you they're working towards starting a business. They may be working towards getting themselves in a position to possibly buy a house. Like they have been telling you that they are working diligently towards something else. And that has been giving them some type of excuse for being undernourished financially right now. Okay. So at the end of the day, this person has not been forthcoming and honest about what it is that they're necessarily doing right now. And I'm saying that because this Three of Pentacles is coming on top of this Judgment card, okay? So there's been a lot of tension there, even between the two people, because it's like, okay, thank you, Spirit. Spirit says specifically for somebody, you have been waiting for this person to take you out on the dates. You have been waiting for this person to take you and do some like romantic gesture or show you some type of love, some type of kindness, some type of consideration. And every time that you have looked to them for them to do these things for you, this person keeps coming with an excuse as to why they can't do it. Okay? So this has been really getting on your last nerve. This is about to bust. It's about to go down. It is not just the lies being exposed. It's not just, It's no longer immaterial. These are things of substance, okay? It is no longer things that you could just gloss over and pretend like you don't see it, pretend like you're not sad, pretend like you're not experiencing it. This is something that is really starting to aggravate and agitate you, and it is to the point now where it's like to no return, okay? At this point, it's like when they trying to call you, when they try, hey, baby, what's up? What you doing? You on the phone looking at them like,
do not come.
what you coming over here for? To do what? You know what I mean? There's no excitement. There's no energy. There's no nothing. Why y'all didn't tell me this thing was upside down, y'all? Let me fix this for y'all on TikTok. Y'all know y'all something else. All right. So I say that to say this has become such a thing for you because they're using work as an excuse, okay? They're using work as an excuse, or they're saying that they're working diligently towards something, but the reality is they're not working as diligently on these things as they're saying that they're working on them. Okay? So they have a lot of excuses going on. And honest to God, I wouldn't be surprised if they are putting their money aside to want to die in this third party that we're talking about that they're hoping to get back with. Okay? But I feel like they're not taking you serious. I feel like it seems like it's progressive. They're saying all the right things, but are they doing all the right things? Okay? It feels like this person is so lazy, if you will. They are definitely a lazy lover. How are you feeling about this person right now? Truly, I want you to go ahead and write that comment down in the chat. If you're person A or person B, let me know how you're truly feeling about this person right now. Because the energy feels very stagnant and it feels very frustrating. And I feel like person A has been going back and asking a lot of questions of themselves, seeking to get the closure, seeking to get the clarity, seeking to get the understanding that they need. Now, what's favorable about this situation? We got the nine of swords here. Okay. With this 9 of swords card, it definitely feels like you're ready for this to be over. Okay. You are definitely contemplating letting go, going back to that foundational energy, going back to the let go and the self-love and to focus, right? All of these things right here are talking about this. I can't wait for this to be over. Okay? It feels like to me you don't want to be the bad guy. Because this person is talking about their finances, it's like, okay, I don't want to be the bad guy to say that, what do people say? Y'all know what people say. Oh, I don't want to break up with them. It just seems like it's a very bad time for this person. Well, it was a bad time for you when they was over here getting on your nerves. It was a bad time for you when they couldn't take you out when you wanted to go somewhere. It was a bad time for you then. So, like, what are we talking about? Why are you being so mindful and so thoughtful and considerate of what's going on with them? But then when it comes time to you, are they giving you that same level of consideration? Are they still giving you that same level of respect and accountability? The answer is no. But it's like you're trying to plan your exit strategy. You're trying to be very thoughtful, but it's like, I don't know how. I don't know how. Okay? I don't know how. All right? Now, what's consequential about this? What's holding you back? We got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Okay? You think that you're going to get bad karma if you leave this person alone. And this is why Spirit is coming back and reinforcing and doubling down on these roots of abundance. Okay? You have to think about your health. You have to think about your mental health. You have to think about your spiritual health. Thank you, Memphis, for my gifts. You have to think about your emotional gift. You have to think your emotional health. You have to think about all of the things that make you. It's not love. Spirit is saying it loud and clear. It's not love. But for some reason, you keep holding on, waiting for the day to come for them to do what they say they're going to do. When they going to say they're going to do it, how they going to say they're going to do it. Baby, you going to wake up and you going to be like that lady on the Titanic. It's been 84 years. What are you waiting on? What are you waiting for? This person has showed you who they are. How many idle, ancillary, immaterial conversations do you have to have about where the direction, the course of this relationship, where you're going? Only to just keep getting left out here in the cold. Only to not get what you're looking for. You understand how empty that feels? How isolating that feels? You in a relationship, but you're not in a relationship. You single, but you got a boyfriend. A boyfriend who does what? That's the question. Boyfriend ain't doing nothing, ain't busting a grape in the fruit fight. A girlfriend who ain't what? Right? Now, what is this trying to teach you? What is the soul lesson underneath all of this? We got the Lover's card in reverse, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, I told you in the very beginning with the first card that we pulled, I said there's a lot of frustration. You've been sitting back and waiting. You've been assessing. You've been reflecting. And here it is. You're doing all of this just to still be frustrated with the stagnicity. You're doing all of this to be frustrated with the delays. You're doing all of this to be met with nothing but empty promises. What this is trying to tell you is that it's time for you to recognize that this person is wasting your time. It is time for you to recognize that in order for you to grow, you have to leave this person alone. It's not love, it's lust. You got caught up in the warm and fuzzies. You got caught up in all the emotions of what you thought it was and how you thought that this was going to be your everything, only to get to the point of learning that this is nothing like what you had in mind. And what it is now causing you to do is grieve the loss of what you thought was existing. But Spirit is telling you to focus on you. Let it go. Focus on your self-love. Focus on who you are and what you got to offer and your dreams and your goals and your aspirations. Okay? Spirit is here telling you all of these things. Focus on you. Focus on your health. You may have been having some health challenges too while you've been dealing with this person. Maybe. Or something has recently come up with the health that's coming up. Now, how is this going to help you heal? We got the Chariot card in reverse. What you need to acknowledge is that this is not going to go anywhere. Okay? This is what you got to realize. This ain't going nowhere. Person A, it feels like you would rather have a piece of a man or a piece of a woman than to have the whole thing. You would rather settle for a piece of a person than to be single and have to reapply yourself to date and meet new people. And what Spirit is telling you today is you can sit back and reflect and think upon all this stuff, all these different times that you want to. You can keep going over and over and over and over and over again until you're sick in the head, right? But the reality is this is never going to go anywhere. So the longer you continue to entertain this, the longer you're putting yourself in a line of hurt too. Because you're allowing this person to mistreat you. You're allowing this person to disrespect you. You're allowing this person to make a fool out of you.
I'm a clown. I'm a clown. I'm a clown.
And I say that with love. I say that with love. I say that with love because it's time that we accept the fact that we enable people to mistreat us. You enable them to mistreat you when you would consistently accept and tolerate their malarkey. They keep inviting you to the circus and you keep showing up. Let them show you who they are and let you do something different. And if they don't change their energy, if they don't change how they move, then you understand that was a clown inviting you to a circus. But when you sit here and you participate, when you sit here and engage, when you sit here and just get caught up, you're allowing yourself to be disappointed with the outcome. And that's what this season is about right now. That's what Mercury retrograde is about. That's what his Gate Portal is here. That's what this new moon is about. It's about all the things. What are you growing into right now? Didn't I talk about deceit coming out? Didn't I talk about this in the very beginning of this reading? Approximately 45 minutes ago, I said there's a lot of lies that's going to be exposed in this season, and here it is. You got the King of Swords in reverse. Remember, I told you it's about to hit the fan. The truth is about to come out. The truth is about to come out. And it ain't going to be the truth that you want to hear. It's going to be the truth that you need to hear, the truth that you need to see. You're going to have the realization that this person gave you a whole lot of fake and phony lies and promises. And once the truth is exposed, and I'm telling you, it's about a third party. It's not about you. You're going to be dumbfounded. Because while you thought that they were working towards building something of substance with you, they were really just filling the gaps. That's why they was being lazy. This is why they was never putting the effort and the energy into this connection and into this relationship, because they were looking to get back with somebody else. And that's what you didn't want to believe. With this High Priestess card in reverse, you didn't want to believe that. You didn't want to listen to it. You ignored your intuition. You had some concerns about this person all the time, all along. You had some concerns. You felt like the energy was off. Every time you saw this person, they were always, a little too close, a little too friendly, a little too flirty. And then whenever you noticed it and said something about it, trying to address it,
oh, come on, man. That's just my home, girl. It ain't even like that. We go back to kindergarten.
Okay, believe that if you want to. Believe that if you want to. Okay? It ain't what you think it is. And that's part of the lies that's coming out. That is a part of the lies that's coming out. I hate to tell you, but that is what's coming out. All right? So let me ask you this question. What shift do you feel like is being asked of you right now? And how can you show up for your higher self? Knowing what you know, hearing what you're hearing, are you even willing to receive that it's even plausible? Have you been seeing the signs? Have you been feeling all of the feels? And if you have, what has taken you so long to acknowledge it? What is taking you so long to acknowledge it? Now, I want you to give thought to that. Okay? And if anything that I've said speaks to you, I want you to go ahead and put the candle in the chat. All right? Drop those candles in the chat if anything that I said resonates with you. And let's see what the real issue is here. Now, before we go ahead and wrap this reading up. Okay, let's go a little bit deeper, and I'm going to pull some cards to clarify the 7 cards that we've already pulled to give texture and energy and add nuance to this message. It could be new layers, it could be revealing the hidden motives and agendas that we've been talking about, and it can be to expose additional truth. What I want you to do for real, is to pay very, very, very close attention to where the real aha moments show up. Okay, that is so important. I want you to pay attention because Spirit is trying to tell you something. All right, so here we go. Got the 8 of Wands that came out. All right, it definitely feels like with this card coming up here, this speaking to how they've been playing games. They've been telling you that they're going to do something about it and ain't did nothing yet. They've been promising you that they was going to do something, ain't did it yet. They up here playing games. They got a whole, I'm telling you, if you really sit back and reflect upon, on the person that we're talking about, and remember, the energy can be inverted. So you might be feeling like person B, talking about person A. That's very much so plausible, right? But regardless, it feels like this person has been really playing in your face. They telling you that they doing one thing and they still doing something totally different. And that's what's scary about all of this.
Yeah, man. I just tell her I'm keeping all my money for my business. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't even got a business license to first. Okay? Ain't even applied for the LLC. But they got the new J's on their feet, though. We got the Ace of Wands. They ain't got no. Listen, I just literally said this. They have no sense of urgency in doing anything. They've been around here playing games. That speaks back to the 9 of Swords in reverse. That speaks to this Lovers in reverse, as well as this King of Swords and the Chariot in reverse. You so disgusted with them, you just ready for this to be over. But you too invested to just walk away from it. And the question is why? Why won't you let go? Why won't you just tell them it ain't working? That's the end of it.
I am disgusted.
But for some reason or another, you just trying to pretend like it ain't a big deal, trying to act like it's nothing. It is something. You got this person dragging you along. You feel like you don't have no other options. Remember, I said that earlier. Okay? I said that earlier. You'd rather have a piece of a person than a whole thing. Person A, you just as guilty as playing games like person B. You just as guilty as playing games. I don't know why you over here trying to act like you the victim. You just as guilty. And the reason why I say that is because it's here. It's here. So it is what it is. We got the Lover's card, y'all. Yep. Both of y'all are playing games with each other. Do you even really want to be with this person, like seriously? Or are you just passing time by? What do you have to gain from doing this? Does it make you feel good? Does it make you feel valued? Does it make you feel seen? Because we already know that we're talking about swept up here and lust and not love. So what makes you so invested in this connection? Why won't you speak up for yourself? Why won't you say what you need to say? You understand? You want to be with this person. You're accepting the fact that you understand that duality exists. But at the same time, you realize that this is empty. It doesn't have any substance to it. And we got the Queen of Swords again at the bottom of the deck. That was the first card we pulled to start with. This is annoying to you. This is very hurtful to you as well. I want to know, is there a third party here? I feel like it's a third party situation, y'all. I'm not even gonna hold you. Not necessarily for person A, but more so for person B. You know, while two fire signs can come together and make it work, when they're angry, it can get very explosive, very tit for tat, very hostile and argumentative, right? So, in that, it feels like there has been a lot of hostility, a lot of anger, a lot of raw emotions, a lot of words coming out that are very hurtful. A lot of arguments between both of you fire signs. Is there a third party involved for person B? Got the Queen of Swords again. Damn. This Queen of Swords got something to say today. Person A, you are very angry with person B. We got the Five of Wands in reverse. A lot of conflict. And that's going to make you walk away from this person. I started out this reading talking about this specifically, about what was all going to happen in this next couple of weeks with Mercury being in retrograde, the Lion's Gate Portal, and the new moon. I wouldn't be surprised if this happens within the next couple of weeks, to be honest with you. I want to ask the question right now. Is there a third party person? Does person B have a third party situation going on? Does person B have a third party situation going on? So I got the 10 of Wands in reverse, which is doing it all, carrying the burden, delegation, release, overstress, and burnt out. So we got the no card here, okay? And this is also their energy. So we're going to accept that they don't have the third party, but I think I need to change the question because I asked, was it a third party going on currently? And remember, we talked about them needing to reconcile, okay? So let me reword the question. Does person B want to be with someone else other than person A? Does person B want to be with someone else other than person A? Yes, they do. They came in with the star card. Hope, calm, faith, purpose, renewal, spirituality, fortune, good omen, and rejuvenation. Okay? They got somebody else. They got somebody else. They not with them currently right now, but they definitely got somebody else. There's definitely a third party here. Now I want to know, is this third party an earth sign? Yes, they are. And they're getting restless with this Knight of Swords. Restless, unfocused, burnt out, impulsive, no direction, unpredictable, disregard for consequence. Huh. Ooh, if this plot ain't thickening. Here we go. So you don't see, y'all can't say I'm making it up. They want to be with somebody else. I feel like person A, you already know about this. That's why this Queen of Swords keeps speaking. You've been sitting with this information in your back pocket. You've been knowing this for quite some time and just been sitting on it, ain't saying nothing.
I see you. We good. Okay. We good. I see. We see each other.
We see each other. We good.
Why won't person A confront person B about about what they know? That could be why the Judgment card is here too, because all of this is about to come out. Why won't person A address person B? Person A, are you pregnant? With this Empress card? Is that what this is all about? You won't say nothing because you pregnant? You know you're dealing with life-changing things? I got 2 yeses. What is the fear? What is the fear? What does person A fear most? Well, that was quick. You fear that if you leave this person alone and walk away, things are going to just stop working for you. You recognize that they're not who they say they are with this Knight of Cups. You recognize that they think that they're a player and they're full of it. And this is why you're planning. This was your foundational energy when we started this right an hour ago. This is why you've been sitting around looking and being focused and being diligent. You scared because you know the truth. You know the truth about this person. But instead of you pulling the rug out and saying, you know what, I know what you're doing, mofo. I see you. You sitting over here just boiling 38 hot. Every time they come around kissing on you, you over here like, this mother.
All a bunch of bullshit.
You know this. You also don't think that if you were to confront this person about their stuff, that you would be successful. You scared they would turn their back on you and they would leave you to raise this baby alone. Yep. With the Knight of Wands here in reverse and with the Fool card. Okay, upright. All right. You're going to have to make some strong decisions. And these are going to be the decisions that you don't want to make. Which brings this reading full circle about what this season means for you guys. With Gate Portal, Mercury Retrograde, and this new moon. Look at Spirit. You see Spirit gave y'all the thumbs up. He said, there you go. I want to ask you, for those who resonate with this message, what are you afraid of right now? Why won't you come forth and tell the truth? Whether it be you don't really want a relationship, you don't really see it being long term, why won't you come forward and just say that? And for the other person that's in this, if you know the truth about this person, why are you so afraid to just get your skit off your chest? Say what you gotta say. You already know about this third party earth sign. You ain't never trust the person to begin with. So why you over here trying to play shy? You already know what time it is when it comes to this person. Thank you. Spirit just said you knew from the very beginning that this wasn't going to last long. You knew from the very beginning this was going to be over.
You've got mail.
So why are we pretending? As we clarify, y'all, what has been said and what has not been said yet, I want you to think about that. What have you seen but you don't want to believe? What feeling or emotion do you need to process to release today in order for you to grow for your greatest and your highest good? What is it? I want you to write that down and label it in the chat. Ain't nobody judging you. Put it out there in the chat. Because we need to find out what's really about to go on. We already talked about this bomb blowing up. We've already talked about the skit hitting the fan. So what else is left? Here we go. All right, y'all. Quick break for just a quick reminder that I did drop new merch. So if you're feeling the energy and you want to wear it, check out. The links are in the bio for more details. Booking is now available for personal readings, but spots are limited. So make sure that you go ahead and visit my website at piscestarot.com. And if you haven't, gone ahead and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Go ahead and turn that notification on so you would never miss a reading in the future. All right. Now, listen, cousins, let's go ahead and bring it home, okay? We've traveled through many emotions, clarity, chaos, and choice. What's been revealed and is potential, but not just a prophecy, okay? Spirit lights the path, and it's up to you to walk in that lane, all right? So today, I really want you to ask yourself, what has surprised you today? What hurt you today? And what healed you at the same time, all right? Now, what is the final outcome for this situation? What is going to happen in this instance? I can't. It's going to be a lot of conflict. I can tell you that right now. What is the final outcome? Okay. Did you need to interrupt me right now to say that? Okay. Love you. Y'all, Christian wanted everybody to know he said hello. And he's telling his friends to jump in on the live. All right. So what is the final outcome? Y'all, my kids, this is why I do this at 4 o'clock in the morning. Girl, go. What do you want? You got something to say? You got man problems too? You want me to tell you about that pit bull that you like? You want me to call? What's his name? Tell me his name, girl. Let me pull his cards. Oh, look, what? Girl, what you doing? You got something to say? Look, Stella, come on now. All right. You trying to protect us? What is going on? Girl, what is going on? No, come on, move, dog. Come on. This is why I have bruises now. Stella, stop. Okay, baby girl, I love you too. I love you too. Okay, get down. Come on, get down. I don't have any. Get down. Come on, Stella. Oh, come on. Thank you. Oh, Lord. All right. What is this? Sorry, guys. Thank you, please, for being patient with me. All right. Let's see. What is the final outcome? Potential final outcome. Ooh, y'all, shut the front door. 3 cards just fell out. We got the Ace of Wands. You're going to have a moment of clarity. Listen. What did I tell y'all in the beginning of this reading? You're going to have that moment of clarity where you're going to have this conversation that you did not want to have. You're going to have it with this Ace of Wands and this Page of Swords. You're finally going to get the momentum that you need to be able to say and do what you need to say and do with this person, because you're going to be making a decision. You're going to be making a decision. You're going to be making a decision. You know that this is over. This is about your self-love. This is about you focusing. This is about you letting go and moving on with your life. But the question remains the same. Will you let go or not? With this Strength card in reverse, I'm just going to tell you, you're going to end up staying with this person because it's the less of all evils. So maybe you're going to be the person that's reconciliating with this person. And this person is going to laugh at it because you're not the person that they want. I don't like this. Spirit, tell me about the energy between. I'm gonna get a different deck. Hold on, I'm gonna get a different deck. Not the Lovers in reverse at the bottom. Spirit, tell me, how does person B feel about this Earth sign? Show me the real feelings of person B and this other Earth sign. We got the Strength card, the Ace of Pentacles, the 8 of Pentacles, ooh-wee, the 4 of Swords, the Ace of Swords, and the 3. Y'all better get off my live today if this is your business, because baby, this is everything that I just told you. Christian said, are you okay? This is everything that I just told you. They want this person because they feel like this person makes them a better person. They want this person. They feel like they got what it takes, that they need to be with this person. They're offering them whatever they're willing to offer, and they're going to put in the work that they need to put in to fulfill that offer. That's that reconciliation that I told you about. They just been taking a sweet, precious time doing it with this 4 of Swords. But now that they done got that awakening, that clarity, see, Mercury retrograde ain't just working in your favor, it's working for them too. They got that moment of clarity, but they know they can't do nothing because you in the way with this 3 of Cups in reverse. And they got the King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. That's why they ain't got no money. I told you. They keep playing you to the left, telling you they can't take you out. They can't take you out the country. They can't do this and that and then third because they saving up their money for something else. They saving up their money to do all that for this other person. The real question is, does this other person know that you exist? I feel like they know. I feel like you know who this person is, and I feel like they know that you exist. Y'all, listen, I'm done. Y'all got the 2 of Cups. They know. They know. They know you are in the picture. They know. They know that they taken. They know. They know. They know. Child. What the man say? They know. They know. Ooh, this is getting messy. I got to keep going now. I got to look deeper. Because they know. They know. Ooh, this is getting messy. So, Spirit, if this other third party, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, know about this Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, why won't they leave this person alone? What are their thoughts? What are their true thoughts, feelings, and emotions? Well, for one, they know that they need to walk away from this situation. They don't want to. They're deeply invested in this person. So they keep trying to act like they don't care. They keep trying to act like they don't know what to do. But they know they need to leave this alone with the death card here. They know that. They need to put this to an ending. They're prolonging making that decision of walking away. And they also are going to have that moment of clarity with this Ace of Swords. Wow. Wow. So are you telling me in the end nobody ends up with anybody? Is that what we're saying? Nobody ends up with anybody now? Is that what we're saying? Everybody about to end up zapped out? In the end, will these people end up together? Who will end up together? That's the better question. In the end, give me clear messaging. Who will end up together? Is it the two fire signs or the fire and the earth sign? So we got the fire sign. Y'all, what y'all got going on? We got the 9 of Wands. I wonder now, because we already talked about this fire sign being pregnant, and the 9 of Wands represents that fire energy. And the 9 of Wands also talks about perseverance and continuing to move forward and to do the right thing. I wonder if they're going to just decide to settle for you because of this pregnancy. Claimant said, checkmate. What is going on? Fire signs, why y'all always have the most going on? They don't want you. They want to be with somebody else, but the other person don't want to be with them because they know that you in the picture. Now you pregnant. You know about the other person. Ain't said nothing to the other person about the other person. Like, we on the loop-de-loop here.
Stop it. What?
This is craziness. Child. Now I got to ask the question. Will this fire sign, will these two fire signs stay together? Claimant said, that ain't my baby. I ain't the baby pappy. They the baby pappy. Hello. We got the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, the Queen of Cups in reverse, the Chariot in reverse, the 9 of Pentacles in reverse with the 5 of Cups. Listen, this ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work. Just because y'all reconcile and get back together, in the long term, y'all not gonna stay together. With this Knight of Pentacles in reverse, baby, it's gonna be a lot of loss. And with the Queen of Cups here, this is going to be a major grievance. A lot of financial loss that's going to piss off person A in all of this. She's going to be real bitchy and going off. Then she's going to be irritated because this ain't going nowhere. Y'all going to be back in the same position again with the Nine of Pentacles there. Where you feel like you're putting in all your effort and energy and you're not getting anything out of it. And that's what's going to necessitate you walking away with this Five of Cups. So what you going to do? You going to stay just to stay, or you going to break up with him now? Break up now, make up later? Like, what we doing? Make up later, break up. I mean, like, make up. What are we doing? I can't even think. I can't even speak. I'm getting out of this. Y'all don't know what y'all want. You don't know what they want. They don't know what they want. Doggone it. Dang nammit. I'm going to look. Let me look at something else. Hold on. What thoughts does person A really have towards person B? It's necessary for us to maintain a distance. Ooh, didn't I tell y'all in the beginning that somebody in this had gifts with art and music and maybe having a music blockage? You express your thoughts through music. I departed when I saw you with someone new. I will await a result from you. Didn't I tell you you've been waiting? What are some thoughts that person B has towards person A, Spirit? Being around you is like a breath of fresh air. You make me laugh. I am reminded of you by many things. No, now is not the time. I am starting to realize the depth of our connection. All y'all confused. All of y'all confused. But they're starting to realize the depth of the connection because there's a baby involved. But they don't want to be with you. Listen. Y'all gonna stop messing with my people now. When can we expect for this to be over? When can we expect for this to be over? The next new moon. So y'all gonna break up during the retrograde. So y'all gonna break up basically this week. Y'all breaking up this week. But then y'all gonna be back together next week. Only to break up 5 weeks from now. Four to 9 weeks. Within the next 4 to 9 weeks. When is the next new moon? Not the one for August. Somebody look it up and write it in the chat. August new moon is on the 9th. 8, 9. And August has 5 weeks. So the next new moon, when is it? It's 4 to 9 weeks. Y'all just gonna have to learn this lesson very hard. I tell you that. I'm gonna send a prayer for y'all. I'm gonna say a prayer. That's all I can say. That is all I can say. But I want you to really give thought to what I shared with you today. I hope it provides illumination to what is going on, to where you could really give some thought about what is really happening in this dynamic, and if it's even necessary for you to be in it. All right. And I want you to feel empowered and know that this is your opportunity to choose growth, not guilt, power over people, not people pleasing, and peace over a pattern. All right. I want you guys to really give thought to that and empower yourself to do something different for you. All right. Now, woo, that was a journey. My Lord, y'all beating me up. I ain't been on this thing in a month of Sundays, and I come back and the world is in disarray. But I want to thank you so much for tuning in to the Pisces Tarot Experience and rocking with your girl, Mimi Lightseer, over here at Pisces Tarot. If this reading stirred up something in your soul, subscribe and drop a heart and a comment in the section below and let me know what resonated with you the hardest, okay? Remember, personal readings are available at PiscesTarot.com. The merch is live, so go ahead and claim your vibe today, all right? And remember, I will never DM you for a reading. Stay protected and book through only official links such as my website. Now, to all the people who have gifted me your time, your talent, and your treasure, I just want to say thank you so much for doing so with me today. To my day one guppies and my newest stars and my divine soul in between, thank you so much for showing up for me. Most importantly, thank you to all the people who gifted me, again, your financial contribution over to the Pisces Tarot Experience. I really do appreciate it because it's because of people like you that I'm able to be here and do what I do, okay? Now, with that being said, everyone is fighting a battle that you cannot see. So remember to be kind, patient, and gentle with others as much as you are yourself. Remember, how people treat you, that ain't your business. But how you respond is. That's where your power lies. Leave a little bit of love everywhere you go, and I will see you next time. Let me go take care of my 5011 children. All right? Have a good day, y'all. Bye-bye.